Hey there everybody, I hope you're doing well. And for tonight's first episode of Japan Youkoso, I thought we'll take a look at Jodogahama Beach, just to north of Miyako in Iwate prefecture where I now live. Jodogahama literally translates as pure land beach, which is a reference back to Buddha and his idea of paradise, referring to the pure land here. It's often said that Buddha himself actually visited the beach, but whether that's true is anybody's guess. Jodogahama Beach is one of the first things that appeared in Google Images when I first looked up where I was to be moving to in Japan. The idea of pure land certainly invokes the idea of paradise in the mind, and I can certainly say that the evening that I came down to Jodogahama for the first time, which you're seeing here, was indeed certainly paradise after being in quarantine for a few days. Situated just off of Route 45 to the north of Miyako itself, this amazing beach is well worth a visit, albeit in summer I can imagine it gets very busy. But on the evening I came down, whilst the wind was indeed very cold, the actual sights were just breathtaking. Watching the waves crash over the rocks and seeing the ripples in the water were just so stunning to see at sunset. The beautiful rocks formed by volcanic activity jut out into the bay, creating this peaceful inlet. It's just an interesting sight, I think you'll agree. You can actually take a couple of boat tours from here, one which takes you a little bit further up the coastline of Sanriku area, but also a little shorter cruise that takes you around the bay area just here. There is also a small visitor centre with a museum which explains much more about the coastline that Jodogahama is part of. In terms of how to get here, it's roughly about 2 hours from Morioka by road, but you can also access Miyako Station on the JR line from Morioka. It's highly recommended that you take a visit. I certainly know that I'll be coming down here more often, be it in the morning to watch sunrise or in the evening to watch the sunset. It's one of Iwate's most precious locations. Well, I guess that wraps up my little quick look at Jodogahama Beach, and I guess that all remains for me to say is see you soon. Peace! I'd just like to mention that I'm now on Patreon, where from as little as $2 per month you can help support my artwork that I aim to create in Japan, and the tutorials and all the exciting animation tips, pixel art tips, watercolour and even manga tips that I wish to give to you whilst I'm here. You'll also receive early access to content, videos that are not available to the general public, artwork through the post and much more besides depending on the tier that you join. To find out more, why not follow the links in the video description now. And I'd like to make a very special thanks to my Patreons, Peter47A, Anthony Jarvis, Chris Forrester, David Gaxiola, Error42, Phil Cobley, Rushi MSX, 10 Minutes Amiga Retrocast, Dave Rowland, Merlin Katamari, Josh Stati, Rob Soft, Brave Jumper, and all of my $2 patrons. Your support means a lot to me and I'll be forever grateful. Thank you.